Ni hao, and welcome back to the Chinese campaign. So, at the time of the recording, I'm about to go on a home guard exercise tomorrow morning. But by the time this is uploaded, I should maybe be home already. I've pre-recorded some videos for you guys, so there should be something going up on the channel. Anyway, what do we have to do here? A battle. Alright, Beijing-class battlecruiser, a couple of the Austrian DDs facing off against the Seattle-class heavy cruiser and Vicksburg-class light cruiser. I think we can do this. Alright. There we go. The two Austrian DDs. Hang on. Yes, we are in fact recording. Two Austrian DDs, you can just go home. Because they're not really as fast as I would like them to be. And I don't think their torpedoes will have an easy time hitting those maneuverable cruisers that we're up against. And also, I think the Wenju can do this by herself. There we go. Enemy heavy cruiser spotted. Which type is this? That one. Yes. Some armor. Some firepower. Not a lot of speed. Overall, not a very impressive ship. I know the Americans have another heavy cruiser class too. That is a little bit better. Well, this light cruiser is not that great either. In fact, let's sink the light cruiser first. It's not super fast, but it's faster than the heavy cruiser, and currently it is following the heavy cruiser, so it's limited to its 25 knot top speed, making it an easier target than it would be if I were to sink the heavy cruiser first. And there she goes. Already not doing too hot. Let's see if we can put this on the thumbnail. Weird looking boat. For sure. Okay, so that's how the fog, the DD, light cruiser, and DD too, smoke screen looks when you zoom in. It's just like a single layer. If we do it like this, I think it kind of looks alright. She's very low in the water. Is that because of the flooding, or no? I mean, she is flooding, but that's at the aft. I guess she was just going down a valley in the waves. Yeah, Wenju is handling this. Vallejo almost sunk already. What kind of torpedoes did you have? 23.8 kilometer torpedoes. It's pretty good. Longer range than mine. I think they got some extra torpedo tech that I don't have. Was that the killing blow? Let's switch to the heavy cruiser now. Can always come back to the Vallejo later. If she... well, I don't think we need to. I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. Because the Brooklyn is actually firing back. Not very effectively, but it's doing some damage. I'm doing overpens. Should be able to get regular pens on the belt armor. 22 kilometers away. Right at the max range of those 10-inch guns. She's not launched torpedoes. They're underwater launchers, so their arc of launching is kind of bad. My HE is even overpenning. Let's go with AP. Should get some decent belt penetrations if we hit the belt. We're hitting the deck and just overpenning. I'm gonna keep this up a little while longer and then just close in. See if I can get some good floating hits first. There you go, let's close in a little bit. There we go. That's a little bit of flooding from the aft belt overpen. And it's actually almost out of ammo for the main guns. Already ran out of HE. Are you using reduced ammo? Yes. Nice to see I'm not the only one running out of ammo in these battles. Let's see, how fast are you going now? 23.1. Fixed the flooding though. I mean, if all else fails, I can just close in and gun it down with the 6-inch secondaries. Here we go. Some decent hits. I've actually lost one of my main gun turrets. Don't know how they managed that. I mean, they are decently armored. Here we go. 6-inch guns are opening up. And I'm bringing the aft guns back in the fight. just a matter of time now. This cruiser is getting chewed up. Where do I have 8.1? Maybe the turret roof? That's what took a penetration? I shouldn't be able to, but I guess they did. And here we go. Back to auto. At this range, we can actually go through the main belt with the HE shells. Let's give it a try. 12.2 kilometers. Well, almost enough to go through the main belt. Certainly enough to go through the fore and aft. And there she goes. Yeah. Not bad. So, now, the Americans also have a couple of big task forces here and here. They're the ones blockading me currently. Luckily, I had one big task force sitting here in Sasebo, consisting of the 4 Shein class battleships. And rushing in from harassing Los Angeles on the other side of the Pacific, the Shein 2 class battleships, which have actually been refitted now into Shein 1954 class battleships, they're coming in. Let's see, these guys are heading down south to Singapore. Take them on there. And I've also launched a naval invasion here of Cambodia against the French, so these guys will have to relocate. Like so. And like so. Let's see, we got 4 months remaining here. Can I actually launch an invasion of Singapore? I probably should, before they take Malaya from me. Singapore, 496,000 tons. That's quite a lot. I'm sure I can gather some more tonnage. This task force is not quite big enough. But anyway, we should be able to break the blockade next turn. So I'm gonna double check that there's nothing I have to do. And it's so nice that they just increased my shipbuilding capacity with the latest patch. They increased GDP and shipbuilding capacity for everyone in later campaign starting years. So I started in 1940. Apparently the shipbuilding capacity I had and starting GDP I had was lower than it should be, and that went for everyone else as well. So the US is now all up to almost 10 trillion annual GDP. I'm at 4.1, but that is with being blockaded. So it's probably gonna be quite a lot more once the blockade is broken. Because I was almost at the same GDP level as Germany. Before that patch and before the blockade. Okay. So yeah, I think we're gonna get some battles next turn. All right. French Admiral warned. Austrian submarines. Gonna have to deal with those somehow. French submarines being dealt with. Okay. Austria harassing me. Again, it's the Wenzhou up against some American cruisers. This time 2 heavies and 2 DDs. But I got this this heavy cruiser of my ally helping me out. Alright. Wenzhou has repaired everything that was wrong with her. And this one doesn't even have a name, but that's not important. She can still fight. One, 3, 2, 4. Numbers aren't even in order, but that's fine. Let's just find the enemy. Take them out. Canberra is spotting me. There it is. Not Canberra. No. Yes. Canberra spotted me. I'm spotting Kansas. Momentarily confused there. I got a couple of DDs as well. Let's see. So that's the Kansas. And that is Canberra. I would say that's a better ship, but it still doesn't have a lot of armor. I don't have the 12-inch guns target her. 8-inch guns are not quite in range yet. And if we need to, well, if they get close enough to be a problem, secondary guns on the DDs. These are the ones with one single tube with one single torpedo each. It's not as if torpedoes are going to be a huge threat, except actually from the cruisers themselves. You know, full foredeck pen. Another full foredeck pen. And my ally can target the leading enemy heavy cruiser, the Kansas. This, for some reason, just seems a lot more squishy. Maybe down to the minimum beam and draft. Well, if not minimum, then at least reduced. So that was a single torpedo. Was that from... it's from the Kansas, actually. Not the DDs. What kind of torpedo range did the DDs have? 12.7. Canberra is really not doing too well. That is fine. And that was the last of our torpedoes. Oh, it's got a cadet crew. Let's see, I don't think that torpedo is gonna be much of a threat to anything. Yeah, those were from the DDs. Okay, you can actually just start taking out the DDs. And you're free to just get close. There we go, full pen on Kansas. With some flooding. Still, that's a pretty tanky ship, actually, compared to the Canberra. Despite having a unit cost of or roughly a third. I do actually think it's a better ship. Take back what I said previously. And there we go. It's getting punished by the 12-inch guns now. And 1324. Let's go back in close with the DDs. Because Kansas is now out of main gun ammo. And Wenju is doing what she is supposed to be doing, which is main guns on Kansas and secondaries on the DDs. On 324, even with the cadet crew. Can't really miss at this range. Let's just sink this DD and then close in with the Kansas. Put that high rate of fire from the 8-inch guns to use. Although again, with the cadet crew not firing as quickly as they should. These DDs are really tough. But still don't think they're good DDs though. I mean, with a single tube each and not very good top speed. They're not actually good at being DDs, but you soak up some damage. And there goes Kansas. And the battle is won. 1324 has to go in for repair for a while, but it's fine. It's not my ship. And now we have a lot of meetings and an ambush. So let's... okay. The French Navy has come out to play. Quite a few heavy cruisers. 6 of them. 5 light cruisers and a DD. We got the Timus. 4 of them. And a battle cruiser. And some heavy cruisers. Oh yeah, the Shein. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we can take these. It's a pretty decent task force for taking on a bunch of cruisers. These are hideously expensive for what they are. Wow. Alright, let's kill some cruisers. First, organize everything. Timus? You can just do Timu things. Heavy cruisers. I think you can just join in the battle with the battle cruiser, because you all got a 30 knot top speed, right? And yeah, follow the battleships to begin with. These two are Gaidamak. Also a 30 knot top speed ship. Follow the cruisers. Suji, you're a little bit faster. You can do some things. And DD's, let's just go 1 division of 5. Alright. And yes, we can speed up. Alright, enemy smoke spotted southeast. Gonna follow the RDF pointer. Hope they're not spawned in too far away. Kind of far away. How far away from the Timus? 50 kilometers. Okay. Okay. Let's bring in the DDs first. Get some opening torpedo volleys into the mix. Can just do donuts here. Keep them spotted. While my DDs pop smoke. And there. I think we're ready to pick out some torpedo targets. You got a torpedo. 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 Everyone gets a torpedo. Well, not everyone, but maybe, if I'm lucky. Yuan Yang has still to launch. Oh, the target is out of range. Okay. Target the Chelsea then. Jing Jing, you're taking damage. Let's get you away from the rest of the division. Jing Jing 2. Fine. Let's see, are these torpedoes actually gonna hit anything? Yes. Lovely. Ooh, that was very close. You're gonna get one more on Chelsea, yes. And here come the Timus. And Chauncey goes down. Let's see, one of you lost your torpedoes. You did. So you're kind of just done here. You two can go again. You two are also kind of done here, being damaged and all. Let's see, torpedoes are still going. Might get something here. These are out of range. I thought they were closer, but they weren't. So we're gonna just keep closing. Are we getting... got a dud torpedo hit. And Sully took a live one. Nice. Okay, let's just keep closing. Alright, Metal Snake Claws, you got torps. I'm just gonna have you launch a couple and retreat. Don't really need the spotting right now. My battle fleet is close enough. Kind of armor. Okay. That's actually quite a bit of armor. Main belt could be thicker. Everything else could maybe... Well, a lot of other things could maybe be a little bit thinner. Use some of that weight to thicken up the main belt. But overall, not too bad. Alright. Let's bring these in for another run with their torpedoes. I like playing with torpedoes. They're kind of fun. Do not like when my ships are switching targets back and forth. There we go, 2 on each. And also you can drop down to cruising speed. There we go, something big just hit this one. And now the Furieux. Fast and the Furieux. Which I just assume that's how it's pronounced in French. Are we gonna try and launch at these light cruisers actually? Yes, let's just launch and get out. And see if we get lucky. Looks pretty good so far. They've been detected and they are maneuvering. But yeah, we do get some hits. Which is nice. Two leading battleships. Target the leading light cruiser. Okay, went invisible. Fine, just target the one you can see then. And I think it's time for the battle cruiser and the heavy cruisers and the single light cruiser to head out. Get closer and do things. Hold long, and you want soon. Hang on, let's see. French light cruiser, 1.6 billion, almost 1.7. My battleship, Timu class, 1.5 billion. I think the battleships can now switch to the heavy cruisers. Yeah, you can switch to the heavy cruisers, and my more mobile force can deal with the light cruisers. Yangchu, Heizhang. And also slow down to cruising speed, I guess. Yangshu is almost shot herself dry. Common occurrence with the Beijing class battlecruiser. If I were to give them another refit, let's see. Auto 2 reloading, yeah. Might just go down to semi-auto. Just to make the ammo last a little bit longer. And use the weight saved to maybe make them a little bit more accurate. Make these 12.5s maybe. There you go, flash fire on Fox. Oh, did the entire division decided to focus on one ship? That is exactly what I told you not to. Yeah, we're good. Damn the torpedoes and full speed ahead. Nice. Like a glove. Perfect. Secondaries can start working on the DD. There's the R. Okay, these heavy cruisers have again switched targets. I want their secondaries to fire on the enemy heavy cruisers. Their main guns are to remain trained on these light cruisers. Granted, the Yangzhou no longer has any ammo for her main guns, but the other ones do. What the team is doing? They're doing Thimu things. I think we're about to get a couple here. Yes. Safran almost sunk. And Sully too. .15-kilometer torpedoes. Not quite in range. So we're good. There we go. Excellent. More flooding hits. Flash fire on Safran. Sully sinks. Kind of hard to tell when it's all on fire and stuff, but I think it's a decent looking heavy cruiser. Yeah, both the enemy light cruisers got sunk. That means this is the last one left. And there she goes. And another victory in Southeast Asia. And a nice load of victory points too. And here we go. Vermont class battleship. We've seen these before. 3 Seattle class. And we got 14 class battleships, which are very, very good. And they've also been refit in 1954, so they now have slightly longer 16-inch guns. And they should be a little bit more accurate. It's a lot of DDs though. If these DDs had had a better top speed, and that's a lot of DDs. Wow. Yeah, if they'd had a better top speed, not just 28 knots, which is for a DD not very fast, and if they'd had more torpedoes and long range torpedoes, then this could be a real difficult battle. But as it is, I think we're just gonna gun them down. Let's go. Alright, yeah, 24 DDs is what we're up against. That's fine. Let's see. Heavy cruisers, you can of course just follow the battleships. Not very original, I know. You two, definitely not gonna send you home, because you're gonna be perfect for cleaning up later on in the battle. So, one division of 3 DDs, and one with 4. Nice. And with the enemy formation probably being very tightly packed with all of those DDs, we're probably going to get a few torpedo hits out of this. Let's see, how far away are those? Right, that's very far away. There you go. Shein is spotting the Virginia at a range of 50 kilometers. Let's turn my battleships this way. Let's see, what are you all firing at now? Two trailing battleships can target Virginia, while Shein and Shein target Memphis and Fall River. DDs are almost in range. Let me get them a little bit closer. And there we go, scoring pretty big hits on those DDs accidentally. They just found themselves in the way. Okay, you are done here. That's like a death sentence for your destroyer squadron. One gets a lot of flooding, slowed down. See, Northampton, Fall River. And these 4, are they in range yet? Yes. Memphis, Virginia, and Langley. All right. Now you've launched, right? Yes. And you're actually in a good position to launch as well, so why not? Let's get the torps in the water before I pull you out of the battle. You've all launched now. Yes. Nice. And I think we're gonna get some fireworks. You're in good shape. Yep. 3 torpedoes on Fall River. It's gonna be 4. 2 on Memphis. Montpelier is gonna take 1. Yes. It's a big hit too. Here comes another wave, and a 3rd wave from here. And the DDs are accidentally taking torpedo hits. Virginia has taken 1, but it was a dud. Okay, up to 24 torpedo hits so far. I think we're gonna get a couple more. 25. Yeah, that wasn't bad. Hong Guang, you're a little bit wounded. Okay, let's take some control. Okay, 26 torpedo hits. Take some control of the battleships again and see what's up. Heavy cruisers are not really in range to do much of anything. You know, still got 2 battleships targeting the Virginia. No, we don't. Those are secondary armaments. That's silly, because the secondaries don't reach that far. Yeah, there you go. Better. And down to cruising speed, 27 knots. Fall River, down. Memphis down. Yeah, the 16s do short work of those heavy cruisers. Much more effective than the 12-inch guns on the battlecruisers from the last two battles. Poor Northampton. In fact, now that the heavy cruisers are all targeting that heavy cruiser, let's just have the battleships ignore it, not waste their ammo. Yeah, let's target the light cruisers instead. Meanwhile, we got some more torpedoes to play with. And this time, I think we're gonna target everything on the Virginia. At least from this division. We got secondaries, don't we? Yeah, we do. Seven-inch guns can start working. Let's see. Are we in range here? Yes, we are. Smoke up. And again, let's have the two lead DDs target the Virginia. The trailing one, Langley, actually. Free to launch. You two. Not quite in torpedo range yet, but you're going to target the Virginia from this angle. It's a pretty big slow target. Sheins are out of HE for the main guns. You all launched? Excellent. Now just go home. You've all launched. Northampton's still going. Just melting away. Under the massive weight of firepower. Here come more torpedoes. And the torpedoes are hitting things. Yeah, they're coming in from two directions. This wave could have been better aimed. There goes Virginia. Might have a problem here. Might have a little bit of a problem here with those torpedoes. Maybe not. Maybe we're okay. Let's see, this one. I think we're okay. If I hadn't maneuvered, we might have eaten one, but all in all, I think we're okay. No accidents today with the torpedoes. That's nice. Let's see. Shein, Shusheng, Zekshu, and Jintang. You have your targets. Secondaries on that DD as soon as it enters range. Light cruisers, time for you to start working. Catch that one first. And it's getting caught by Jin Yang and Yu Yang. Did you have any kind of armor? Oh, you got some armor. But you only have one torpedo. And you launched it. Alright. And the main gun line is just firing away. Doing lots of damage. It can handle itself. I'm getting in close with these two. Let's do Simpson first, then Alfred. Now Hulbert. Now Langley. Take on a light cruiser, and that's not a problem. It doesn't have any armor. It'd be a pretty easy thing to sink. These 6.1s with the semi-armor piercing. Yep. Let's see, Shein class. I think it's time for you to turn off your main guns. You might need them next turn. Meanwhile, heavy cruisers. Okay, yeah, those torpedoes are no threat whatsoever. Let's deal with Spokane first. That's what you get when you don't put any armor on your light cruiser. Death by semi-armor piercing. You don't need much to prevent that either. Even these DDs with 1.1 and 1.2 inches. That's enough to be noticeably tankier. And while those two light cruisers are working over there, these heavy cruisers are moving in here to do their part. Oh yeah, we went up to 40 torpedo hits towards the end. Even with some of those last volleys being not quite as well aimed as the initial ones. Torpedo easily avoided. That was your one and only torp. So these DDs here, which ones are you? 230 million DD. I think it's a refit of this one. As you can see, lots of firepower. More than mine, actually. With 4 double 5.2 inch guns. But it's just that single torpedo tube and the low top speed really hampering them. Because a single torpedo is a lot easier to avoid. Than a whole fan. And we're going to catch up too and sink these 3 too. Not sure if Norris and Fisk might get away. Yeah, those are the heavy cruisers. Full speed. And they still have ammo, which is nice. Nice try with the torps. Holding. Already getting perforated. Are they hiding in their smoke screen? Yes, I can see them. There they are. Yeah, they're close enough. We can get them. No problem. And they're closing in too. At least they're not wasting my time by trying to run. Okay, Norris first then. Excellent. Surrounded and gunned down. Great. That was a lot of destruction. "24 DDs. Very nice. Yeah, some of the DDs took some damage. And of course the light cruisers getting right into the thick of it at the end there. But yeah, pretty nice. This one we're gonna do next time. Goodbye and take care.